to get into. Here come the cars down the Bentley straight. It's Snetterton that leads. I think he's going to hang on. It's about a second to watch for. Here comes Scott Mansell down the inside of Ben Howley. Right up though, and 23 cars. Scott Mansell stays there. Not that I think it's 24 the forward. There's David Jones and David Winter side by side. There, the inside is Jones, the outside for Ma7da's off the road, he's on the grass. He's a long way off the road, isn't he? There, he will rejoin, but he's lost a handful more places there. He's nearly at the back, just ahead of Oliver's side. Here are the three leaders, then they're pulling away a little bit from the rest of them at the moment. It is still Jonathan Lister, the winner here in low cost last October, leading the way then from in second place Scott Mansell, third place Ben Powney, side by side for the lead then as they come across the line to complete lap number one up towards Rich's Corner. Is Scott Mansell going to be able to go around the outside to take the lead of the race in the Driver 61 car, of course? The answer is no, so Jonathan Lister holding on for the moment. Good first lap from Oliver Batten. He's come from 10th to 5th. Big move, and Andrews off the circuit, but big move for Mansell down at the hairpin, and Ben Powney follows him through. They were both late on the brakes there to get past Jonathan Lister, but a spin at Richie Flatwoods, car 27, Danny Andrews, who had also made a good start up to 6th. Yeah, he has. He's thrown it away now, though. We've got one driver whose transponder's not registering, I don't think. We'll try and work out who that is in a minute. There's smoke coming from Powney's car, I think, and he's been repassed by Jonathan Lister for second, so not sure there what's going on. I think that's the red. The rest is led by Sam McKee. He's been challenged there by Stephen Kimber. And he does fit the thing so the gate of this in the back. So that's 9 number 6. Around that part of the battle. And look, that's Lee Dalton. Quite nicely as well, hasn't it? He's made a 6th place on the opening lap of 13th, having started back in 17th place, so he's made a more, I reckon, as well. Tom Robinson in that group hits the car without the transponder registering as it should be, so car number 12, Tom Robinson. The leaders come across the line. Powney's still there, so not sure that brief bit of smoke we saw was, but he's going with the top two. It's a bit there again, isn't it, Powney's car? Yeah, I don't know if it's something's been overfilled. It's getting worse though, isn't it, if anything, as he makes his way around, which is up towards Wilson they go. 23 car leading, Scott Mansell wrestling with the wheel around Wilson, towards Chapney goes. He's ahead of Lister, and Ben Powney has a bit of dust to the smoke, I think. Oh no, is that off a tyre? I'm trying to work out where that's coming from now. Either from the exhaust or the tyre, isn't it? Big challenge, I think, coming here from Jonathan Lister down the Bentley straight. He's sitting right in the toe of Scott Mansell. He was thinking about jinking out, but he decided against it. So the different Mansell ahead of Lister. Put it off, or is he put all the way off? Either way, I think he's down the race. Stream there as the leaders come to the line. So it's just two of them now, and they're well away from the rest. It's possibly not quite what we're expecting here. Scott Mansell leading, Jonathan Lister second, long gap back now to David Winter in third, Oliver Batten in fourth, then it's another long gap back to fifth and sixth, isn't it? I guess first time out for a lot of these cars and a lot of the drivers in these cars as well. Absolutely, there's Batten then in fourth position. He's only 10 seconds clear of those behind. He's not too far behind David Winter. There's Winter, 35. Both of these drivers coming from the Locals Championship in recent seasons. I think they both had a go in the Ma7da 7s last season, though. Yeah, it did. Batten's mudguard is rather close to his tyre, I'd suggest. Yeah, looks like it's rubbing, isn't it? So that might cause him some dramas. There's still Scott Mansell leading. Jonathan Lister second. Battle, but it's Simmons to think in the 56 car that's going to be ahead. If it is, they turn that way. Out of the forward down towards they coming for King in a challenge here. A big move into Coram curve. Way more overtaking get near a core this weekend than I've ever seen before. He goes back through, great move.
Yeah, he does, so back up to 5th position at the expense of Dan Tibbins, so those are the two battling for 5th and 6th.
They've got away from those behind now too, haven't they?
They are really pairing off in this race, aren't they, 2 by 2. Stephen Kimbrell is in 7th. Here's Oliver Batten now, he's got ahead of David Winter then, up into 3rd position around the outside into Richie's corner. That wasn't the way of it over the line, so he's used the slipstream along the straight, it's Oliver Batten to get up to 3rd place.
It's a bit mucky, the front of Batten's goal. More sideway side actions is Tom Robinson and David Jones. So I'd have thought that Robinson would be closer to the front of the field. He was a winner when he had a go in at Ma7da last season within that category.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few that will perhaps expect it to be a little bit closer. David Winter back into 3rd place with number 8. Curb taken by Batten, I think, there in 4th spot. And he's made it through okay.
Fastest after the race goes to Scott Mansell, the leader, 1:24.49. He's now pulling away from John Lisetter. He's broke the choke. Somebody who hasn't broken the choke is David Winter. He's under a lot of pressure from Oliver Batten. Batten unable to go through this time at Ritchie's though. And side by side behind across the line, Sam McKee and Daniel Simmons. So plenty of good battling behind the leaders. And now the other mudguards trying to make a bid for freedom for Oliver Batten there, the front right.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if that's because there's been a turch or maybe it's just a problem with how they've been attached. I'm not quite sure. There's Scott Mansell though, so a nice illustration of how big his lead is now over. Now back to row number 34, doing battle with number 39, that's John Qualiface here. So racing Masters this weekend, so he's probably racing in the past. Got Jones here, just behind him.
During the course of this lap, although he's going to try and get back, is he, on Sai up the inside, and that's quite going to work. But Tom Robinson is another driver who's got a mudguard trying to make a bid for freedom.
Okay, let's give a quick rundown on the order. We've had 6 laps, so it's number 23, Scott Mansell leading, number 71, Jonathan Lisetter in 2nd place, 3rd, number 35, David Winter, 4th, number 8, Oliver Batten, 5th, number 36, Sam McKee, 6th, number 56, Daniel Simmons. That's the way of things. We are into the second half of this 15-minute Yokohama Ma7da race. You've got the number 12 car of Tom Robinson now coming under pressure from 50, David Jones, as they come up to the line. David Jones and another TSR car. There's a number of them out in various categories this weekend. And here is the battle of the game. Daniel Simmons.
Now they go. Head on down the Bentley straight down towards Brundle. That's where Winter and Batten are. Their battle between 3rd and 4th position. And they're not much really any quicker than McKee and Simmons are. They just lost a lot of time to get out of the race. And then Tom Robinson now leading the next group. And David Jones on the side. The 10th place, Stephen Kimbermania longer. Colin Mark. And then 3 Brandon Harley running up. Dolby in 7th. And then and left forward work. And they've all been caught by Danny Ernst.
They already had that spin. At the start of the second lap, wasn't it? He had that spin. So he's had to reclaim some lost ground. What lap times has he been doing? He's doing 127s. Most of those in front of him have been doing 128s, 129s. He's probably about 6th fastest driver out there.
That's where he was, wasn't he? 6th when he had the spin, I think. And through they go. There's 77th, Lee Dolby, who was out, I think, right at the beginning in these cars. As the third exchange, Oliver Batten's got through ahead of David Winter. presume that happened in the Richies. Now, can the challenge come back from Winter down the straight, down towards the bridge? Michael and Nelson in the zone is. They need quicker cars down the long straight. Snetterton, the outside goes David Winter. Or the back, it depends on the inside, but that's not enough to hold David Winter back. But he's going to have another 3 laps to go, I would suggest, including the one they're just starting, to try and come back with him. It's not quite got the feel of a low-cost race where you've got a big pack of 6 cars and you wait and see what happens on the last lap. I think there is scope here to go a bit earlier.
Yeah, particularly when there's just the 2-car battle, it's sort of a bit easier to work out. But certainly in that Winter and Batten battle, they have been past each other quite often. So maybe you want to make that move into that. Here's a battle, side by side. That's Kimber on the inside, outside, Mark, I think. So Marshall is now behind Steve Kimber. We've got 7. Both of these drivers coming from the low-cost series over the years.
David Jones
behind Andrew, challenge here for Max Moreau, who goes past Lee Dolby. And Dolby 5 back, but he might actually lose one because Joel's Boniface is looking to the inside. They're on side by side for the first part of the corner, but Dolby hangs on, being one of the leaders across the line. And Scott Mansell still up in the 24s and going away quickly now, 8 seconds clear of Jonathan Lissetter, who recently hadn't gone away any further to the behind. Oliver Batten's car, both of his front one cars are now right to make this. What I was a little bit concerned about one of the ones that goes underneath the tyre, and which means they'll have no turn when you get to the corner, much like the front wing goes under a single seater.
Yeah, exactly. Not what you want. Number 64 car, 8 seconds clear of the It's back to 5th and 6th. This is one of the best battles of the race. Just about how to get my hands there. On social media about the racing activities he's doing. Do give him a follow on Twitter or Instagram or your preferred social media platform. And there's Batten with his rather battered looking car.
He's losing time to David Winter now, I suspect. These cars aren't particularly aerodynamic, are they? That's going to make it even worse.
Yeah.
And going down the straight, so Batten falling away there. He's in the Samir Abid car, isn't he? With the driver 60 wire motor on the back, all great data driven, which I think is Samir Abid's company. Turning his way through Forum Curve, the leader Scott Mansell, he can add another series to his win list. The full on list, that would be another one. It's back further back though for the
check flag goes out now, and here comes Scott Mansell to take it.
He does so, and he is the inaugural standalone winner of the 17th race. He's done it by a very convincing margin. There's the fourth place came through. It is 5:56. So Lister's gone through, takes second place, David Winter's taken third, Oliver Batten, number 8, has taken fourth, over line goes Sam McKee, and Daniel Simmons in very close proximity, separated only by about 4/10 of a second in